my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon, May into June 2022? I'm your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal, for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. Link in the description box. May well be my legacy unless I write another one. And of course, I am a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. And I'm having such creative fun doing that every single time. You try doing this 7 or 8 times a day and see if you don't find more creative ways of doing that if you are new to my channel. Drawing the Circle here, a 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this series, it is a waxing timeline, about 14 days from new to full, May to June. We'll talk about that in a minute. Just to say that these 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, in that order, to help you fine-tune clues, tips, and hints about your manifestational process, right? So if you're doing spell work, intentional work, manifestational work, creative visualization, whatever, law of attraction, you do you, to help you bring this into a little bit clearer alignment, right? So let's take a look at the new to full, the new moon in Gemini, which means it's going to be dark moon in Taurus before that. Might want to keep an eye on that. New moon in Gemini. Monday, May 30th, 7:30 a.m. That means Eastern. That means we get to wake up on a new moon on Monday. Oh my God, I almost booped Simon Le Bon's navel once, and I didn't because I didn't want to meet him being dragged away by security. Then we have the 2 weeks following the full moon in Sagittarius, the building, the expanding, the manifesting, the creating. You get the idea to the full moon in Sagittarius, Tuesday, June 14th, 7:51 a.m. So you plant a seed, you watch it grow, you get the idea. Talking to a Taurus, fertile earth, second house, of course you get the idea. I'm a gardener myself. I didn't clean up my garden at the time of this recording, and I'm so into it. So I'm doing it literally as well as symbolically Virgo that I am. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more info about the timeline we're about to look at, or maybe a concurrent timeline, because we all got more than one seed in the soil, as it were. So both feet on the floor if you can, and focus on your breath if you will. I will get you the clarity, guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power from the divine, because that's what I incarnated to do, apparently. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's do this. Still point. Oh, here we go. Using the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire. I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their element of fire? The spell fragment. Help them refine that. Some clarity, clue, tip, and hint to help them bring into form their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire. This new to full. Wisdom. Love it. Of course, there's an owl on it. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. Not a perfect rhyming couplet, but I'm a Virgo. So guess what? This is a new moon on Monday. That will set forth the waxing moon. Wednesday is 2 days away. Now, if you're watching this afterwards, don't worry. You get another waxing moon before full moon. You got 2 of those. Yeah, you got to kind of sort of have to mathematically. So let me read the energy on that. You're planting a seed of wisdom Wisdom comes from experience. You can read all the books you want until you put said pedal to said metal, you know what I mean? Incarnate it, right? Oh, what a great idea. Let's actually put it into action and watch what happens. Our element of Earth, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Whether you have the stone indicated or not is a moot point. Clear quartz does everything, just empower it with the vibe we're about to talk about. Certainly with that, this make a literal seed of wisdom here magically, so to speak. Or you can just grab a rock, right? Anything, just a touchstone, something element of Earth. Sort of like tying a finger around your string. I use jewelry. Duh. So, let's see what hits the table. Let's ask Archangel Ariel, what she think? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My beloved Archangel Ariel, please. One card in clarity for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading for their element of Earth using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. What is your oracular message? Their element of Earth, the fuel to feed the fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire, and perhaps act as a magical receptacle and tool. This new to full casting for wisdom, and you've got kyanite. Wow. Not a rare stone, but not the cheapest thing going. I used to work in the gem and mineral business tangentially, new age shops and healing centers and blah, 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 witchcraft, whatever. So let's read this. Kyanite, I'm pretty sure, is a third eye stone. It's not one that I work with regularly. I've probably had some interaction with it, but it's no selenite. Hello, my name is Mark and I'm a selenite addict. Kyanite, intuition, ideas, and dreams. Intuition, ideas, and dreams. IID. That's how I'm going to remember that. Intuition, ideas, and dreams. Pay attention to your intuition and to your dreams over the coming days, for you are being guided towards deeper spiritual understanding and insight. This is very third eye. Through this process, much of which occurs on a subconscious level or in your dream state, a rather ingenious idea will surface that will radically change your views on life, particularly your career. That's an interesting twist on that. Like I said, look at now your career experiences. Now look, I do the work, career, vocation reads. Not everybody defines them like that, right? Career is your inner passion, hunger, and thirst. Mine is as a teacher and a healer and an artist, and obviously I'm getting paid for that. But my work is as a corporate president and a producer. I don't make any money from that. That's doing all the work. You got it? So kyanite will help you ground this idea as you discover ways of practically applying your idea in your everyday life and work. However, do not try to force the process. Well, Taurus, I love you guys so much. Amazing and mad usually. But you have two speeds. Charge or ain't moving, right? Irresistible force or a movable object. The ideal will surface when you least expect it. Simply relax and allow yourself to be open to new possibilities and insights. Know that they already exist within you in abstract spiritual form, like in your orbit, right? It's like an energy field in your energy field, just waiting to the right moment, and it's not all up to you when that right moment is. I know, we think it is. It's like, well, if I work harder, right? But to have your wisdom renewed, right? Let wisdom come and be renewed for a new moon. That's kind of cool. I think we're right on track here. Let's look at the element of air, since obviously element of air is present in the first two cards with wisdom, right? Third eye, the owl, literally flies in it. You're flying in it. Kyanite, very third eye, mind, element of air. So, using the Healing with the Angels Oracle, let's see what all of the archangels of Earth have to say. Please, take a nice deep breath. Yeah, Mark, both feet on the floor for this one. I'm a Virgo. I cross my legs. I can't help it. Still point. As I call upon the archangel, the angels and the archangels of Earth, the sign of Taurus, powers of the North, please, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Orielites 3, one card in clarity, using the Healing with the Angels Oracle for the element of air, thought, the mind, what they need to think about, read about, meditate, contemplate, focus upon mentally, as well as the legion of healing angels waiting in the wings, with wings outstretched, ready to zoom in at the invitation, because angels only come when you call them, by invitation, sort of like vampires, except not so sucky. Please, let's keep this light. What do you got for the Taurus, for the element of air? This new to full with this wisdom and this kyanite, May, June 2022, balance. We know that's where wisdom comes from. The third road, go all Buddhist on yourself for a bit. Dive a little bit deeper, do a little Siddhartha. I mean, you could start out with, you know, Keanu Reeves' version. It's not a bad place to I love him. I better never meet him. You know, I'm not a starfucker, but come on. He's a living archangel, just like me. I think we'd have a lot to talk about. So the healing angels of balance, if you think of these, and mental balance, seeing the balance of things perhaps, but these are legions of healing angels. They have kind of sort of generalized areas, right? Genres, tasks that they fulfill. So what would they be balancing in your life? Well, sometimes we have the experience, but we haven't quite alchemized the leaded experience into golden wisdom. That's why I use the Caroline Myss archetype cards in other decks. In other readings, I should say. So look, what does it take to have your subconscious yield a genius idea? Some would say balance, and yet we know there have been some amazing artists and scientists and philosophers that have had it in the weirdest ways, right? From an apple hitting one on the head to, I don't know, maybe some chemicals were induced somewhere along the line. Timothy Leary is dead, actually. So, you know, to work that balance somehow, interesting. And to think about balance, right? Certainly element of air. Let's do this. The element of water, the emotional part of it, the energy and motion. We call emotion the voices of the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above. And this isn't just you, if other people are involved. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, using the whispers of love. What is the piece of information, inspiration, and insight most needed by the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, so that they can add the element of water to this working, to bring the energy and motion, the juice, the emotional part, the heart. You put their hearts into it. Casting for wisdom and fire with kyanite in earth, balance in air. What is their whisper of love? This new to full May, June 2022. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Now, again, love. It's a many-splendored thing. Will keep us together sometimes. I could go on, I won't. As a battlefield? I could, but I won't. I'll try not to. This could be about anything. Again, career, right? Considering what you love, taking the wisdom, is your workflow out of balance? Are you doing more work than career? Are you putting out more than you're getting in? Lord knows the majority of planet Earth, of the people of planet Earth, have been for the past, well, forever, pretty much. But particularly the past couple of years with everything we've been going on. So maybe you're being given a little time and space here to contemplate. And yet, don't force it, right? Kind of really said, like, don't try and force the genius idea. It's a seed of wisdom. But thought alone isn't enough, because they're saying keep it in balance, call upon those healing angels, and they will help you consider your foundation, how committed you are to love versus what, right? Because it's a balance, love versus money. It's a way to balance that, right? Involving another person. This isn't screaming a romantic, it's not even screaming relationship with another person, except how committed are you to love? Could be in any way, shape, or form. So, our last card down, the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. Give you a little card of spirit here, the mantra to charge it. So let's say you get a piece of kyanite or whatever. Call in the healing angels of balance. Cast that spell of wisdom with the intent to consider your foundation. How really committed am I to love? I'm going to learn that over this wax. I'm going to get the wisdom of that, this waxing moon. Then you can charge the kyanite or the rock, whatever, with this mantra a little bit every day as you go. Please take a nice deep breath. I do this myself with these readings. Are you kidding? Of course I do. Breathe. Still point. Oh, that feels good. I call upon the Ascended Masters of Wisdom for the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the card of spirit? The perfect healing mantra. Make it clear. Make it specific. Tie this together, because this is very general. It could be about absolutely anything. So that they can, on a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed with that kyanite, right? Those ideas, those visions, that genius, but coming from the subconscious, really more spiritual, very crown chakra, third eye, if we're going to go there. And with the healing angels of balance, that they call those in. See the balance, make the balance, be the ball, as they consider their foundation, how committed they are to love. In general, in a general read, they can feel that out for themselves. So what's the perfect healing mantra? Click it in for them. Last piece of the puzzle. This is pretty much a Lego brick reading. So this new to full June 2022... they are to unhook the past, unhooking the past. There is nothing to regret when I learned from my past. Yeah. That's why you're considering your foundations. Well, I mean, the structure you're in at this moment, you know, hopefully a building, you could be outdoors, you could be in a car, but let's just say you're in a building. That building has a foundation. It's probably there before you moved in, unless you built it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you're considering that, and that's the past, right? So there's nothing to regret when you learn from the past, because only the ego regrets. The soul does not, and the personality is caught between the two. I missed my calling as a puppeteer, but that's probably a different quantum version of me. You know, along with the Christian rocker. He's married to a woman and has kids. Thank you, Marvel and DC Universe, for the multiverse. Unhooking the past. There is nothing to regret when I learned from my past. When you unhook the past, you are able to see crucial moments of growth from fresh perspective. The alchemy of experience into wisdom. It's exactly that. This allows you to see the mistakes of your past as catalysts for development, not as something you did wrong. Because in order to be who you were born to be in this life, life couldn't have happened any other way. There is an infinite number of quantum variations every second splitting off, and it's all written into the code before we ever come into the game down here. It is very video game-ish, and you do have free will. So, you know, you've done nothing wrong. None of us have. That's the point of view of the soul. The ego, not so much. It blames everyone and everything because it just ain't happy. It ain't that the truth. It's an opportunity to see how your previous actions could have been better, aligned with your higher values. When you learn today the things you didn't know before, you are able to meet your current circumstances with renewed clarity, so the past can be unhooked instead of repeated. That's wisdom. That's witchcraft. It is the craft of the wise. I didn't make it that way. They just named it that. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-criticism, releasing shame, and being more open-minded. Open-minded, wisdom, kyanite, healing angels of balance in the element of air. I think this read pretty much speaks for itself. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to do a summation and a blessing I do every single time. Then if you want, hang around. We're going to chat a little bit at the end, because that's where I get a little bit goofier, because I know people don't usually watch that stuff. Please take it. You thought this was bad. Hold your breath. No, breathe. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of wisdom, and the higher selves of all involved, may the beloved Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need this new moon to full May to June 2022, so they can unhook the past, because there's nothing to regret when they learn from their past, hence considering their foundation. They're being asked to look at how committed they are to love, and that can certainly be love for themselves, love for their path, love in many splendored ways, calling on the healing angels of balance to heal the mind and balance the mind so they can see clearly about where their loyalties lie, where their commitments are, where the past can be learned from, with this wonderful kyanite vibe of a genius idea, a vision, spiritual information, spiritual clarity, spiritual wisdom, incarnating through them, but they can't force it. It's got to come when it's ready, and slow and steady wins the race in this, and they're going to be fine, and they didn't fuck things up. It's all part of the divine plan. But certainly that would come from the wisdom they are casting for with their element of fire. So on a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. I went all Athena on you there. I kind of do. Love her. So did you like it? Like it, hit the thumbs up. Help other bulls find this. You want more of me? I don't know. Subscribe. People have been doing it, I think. And if you want to go deep or even deeper, come play on Patreon. My earth signs, I'm giving so much there every day. Every day, not a day goes by where something doesn't get posted to my humans, my heroes, my angels, my witches, my immortals, my gods, goddesses. At the time of this recording, I can always add another tier. Go check it out. And if you want want a reading with me, a video in the description box, a YouTube video. Can you imagine in the YouTube description box, booking a reading with Mal, explains everything for you, how to set it up, what goes down, and even what to do afterwards. Just like Clarissa would explain everything for you, Melissa, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was my honor, my pleasure, my privilege to always serve an earth sign. So wishing you the very best and the very blessed. My beloved bulls, hail. Farewell. Goofy. And blessed be.